Hello, everyone. It's Montes.com, and you are watching Get This Knowledge. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're actually going to have a very, very powerful conversation. A lot of people use YouTube. A lot of people have put it to its best capabilities. But today, we're going to teach you how to stream live with YouTube and receive live commentary, improving interactions using live stream. Of course, I've got
As
John.
you begin your journey to
Of course, I've got John Pounders on with me, and he's got so much knowledge to help you all learn as well. And without further ado, I'd like to let John welcome you all to the show. And there we are.
Thank you, Montez. I will go ahead and introduce myself to those that don't know who I am. I run a channel called Now You See TV. I have a couple other channels as well, but Now You See TV is my main channel, my main passion in life, the thing that keeps me pushing as far as I can to succeed at. Not only mainly the thing I want to succeed at is not money, which money is doing all right in the channel and everything, but the thing that I want to succeed at is reaching as many people as possible with the content that I have. And if you guys check out my channel, it's Now You See TV. I'll go ahead and show you. I got about almost 30,000 subscribers now, going on 30,000. I've got over a couple million views. We do roughly 400,000 views now per month on our channel. So we've learned a lot along the way, and I'm willing to pass it on to you guys. And I really think the thing we're going to talk about tonight is starting a live video on YouTube. And this is not just any video, it's Google Hangout video. And I think this is the best tool that Google has, in my opinion. It's free, it's awesome, and you can pretty much get by with just basic stuff. I mean, right now, internet-wise, Montes doesn't have the greatest internet in the world where he's at on the country, but he's streaming and he looks great on the camera.
When I was first getting into the whole building content, I was strictly on getting my own digital camera and then recording the film, because I was worried about the usage of my internet, if it would be able to keep up, if it would be able to do the things that you would have to do on live streaming. And it really isn't that much harder. And then when I come to find out, most of your videos you do are live. Isn't that right, John?
Almost all of them anymore. Some of them are not, just if they're more like a documentary style, or they're something along those lines, or I'm interviewing somebody in person. But 90% of the videos that I do, and if you look through my videos on my channel, Now You See TV, sounds exactly how it is. You can see the videos that I have on there, and all of them almost are live chats, because there's a couple of reasons why. It not only does it streamline the process, it makes it easy for me to connect with people across the world, and it's cheaper than having to fly them in or go fly there, which is what I did before. Hold on one second. Hey, son, come here for a minute. I'm here alone with my children. My wife has an appointment today, so I am doing this from my house, and I have kids in the background. They're playing video games and hanging out watching TV for a while I do this. So yeah, so if you hear kids yelling in the background, that's what you got going on. But yeah, the reason it's so great is because the people that I interview are from across the world. Okay, I interview people from Europe, I interview people from California, people from all over. And we started out by traveling to these people and doing this stuff, or bringing them here, which we still do sometimes. But the best thing about this is I don't have to do that. I can interview 5 or 6 people a week on Google Hangouts without spending $1,000 every time I do it. And on top of that, it's just good fellowship. You get to talk to people, get to hang out with them, and it's really awesome. So there's a big plus to this. And my views, and people are like, oh, if you do a live Google Hangout video, your views aren't going to be that great. Well, it all depends. I mean, there's several. We talked about a few things with the keywords and stuff like that on the last video we did, but there's also the idea of just getting your video in front of people, because you could have the best content in the world, but if you can't get your video in front of people, it's almost really hard. And that's one reason I like doing interviews with people, because you collab. It's a collaboration. and it doesn't cost people much of their time. You sit there and you collaborate on a video. You gain some of their people, they gain some of yours, and you guys, have a network going on. And so that's another important key to growing your channel is this right here is Google Hangouts, because you are going to be networking with so many people. You can find other YouTubers that you want to network with and talk with. My suggestion is find somebody that's similar in audience size to you at first, and then kind of grow from there and keep going. Do stuff like that. If you have somebody, always give, if you're a bigger channel, it's always good to give the little guy a chance, because they're just starting out just like you did. And you think about all the chances that you wish you would have had to be able to collab with one of the bigger channels. Offer something in return. Even if it takes offering somebody $50, say, look, if it's a huge channel, say, look, $50, I would love to be able to come on your channel and talk, so I can, talk about my channel. I'd love to be able to come over there and do this stuff. And
it's like very powerful, like when you really think about like being able to do the whole live thing, because for instance, I've got an entrepreneur I like to watch often, and his name's Gary Vaynerchuk, and I know that he often has interviews with people that are from all over the place. So like, for instance, maybe I can't get to New York City to where he's just opened a new office looking over that beautiful place. I can't get there. So like, I send him this Google Hangout link, and we can actually have this interview and his location. I'm at my location, and we're still able to crush and give this great positive energy and positive knowledge without having to be here with one another. Because again, like you said, it's expensive. That's one thing. Two, it's not very time convenient. Like, you can't really schedule yourself like, oh, I'll be here within, like there's traffic, there's all these different things. But whenever you can actually sit down and be like, all right, here's the time the show's going to be on, we're consistent with the show or whatever, then people can tune in at this time, and it's just so much easier. It's a lot easier. You don't have to fool with the editing, because the editing takes a whole lot of time as well. So yeah, it's streaming live is, and like you said, as long as the content's good, people are still going to watch it. It doesn't really matter of really, I wouldn't say so much quality, but then it really doesn't matter if you're not having these great flash ins or flash outs or transitions and things like this. Like, you see how it's transitioning between our conversation. It's nothing extraordinary, but like the last video that we did, it ended up getting to 133 plays. We tagged it out right. We gave the information on how to do keyword research. A lot of people found it informational. There's a lot of comments that everyone can go back and really get information from these people that are leaving. I mean, so it's a win-win situation. Everyone was able to learn. Everyone was able to get the powerful, good stuff out of it and apply it to themselves, So.
And the good thing about it is you're trying to tap into your audience right now. See, the thing about this talk right here, this is stuff that not everybody's interested in, but YouTubers are going to be interested, and people that want to succeed are going to be interested. So you're trying to develop your brand right now, develop the people that are going to be seeing this. And, it's important that people learn how to do this if they're doing YouTube, or if they want to interview and collab to grow their channel. It's going to, like you said, you got 200 something views. For you, that's really good on your channel, because you're growing in subscribers right now. This is a niche market of people that you're trying to target here. This is not everybody that cares about YouTube views or cares about that. Not everybody cares about that, but some of us do. In fact, I'm going to go live right now on Facebook, and while we're talking, and tell people to come over and check it out if they're interested in that, and I'll show them you, and we'll talk. That this is another important part. Going live on Facebook gives you the opportunity to talk to your friends right there. They all get a notification that are following you, which is really cool, because how many chances do you get to do that? If you just post a video, their chances on Facebook of them seeing it are not as great. So we're going to go live, and we're just going to see how many people we can muster up on here to get this going. What's up, everybody in my Facebook land? We're streaming live right now. Say hi, Montes.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Itsmontez.com, John Pounders, and Montes on Get This Knowledge.
Yeah, we're streaming live right now, folks, on Google Hangouts. And we're talking about how to do a Google Hangout, how to do a live show on YouTube and on Google Hangouts. And it's important to know how to do this, because if you're wanting to grow your channel, it's a must, I think, for startup channels such as myself and such as Montes, because it gives you the opportunity to talk to people across the world for free, and it allows you to network and with people that are doing the same things you're doing. So when I started Now You See TV, we used to go and interview people to their door. We still do some of that, but this makes Google Hangouts is free. It makes it so much easier to talk to the people you want to talk to. And there's no reason that if you're doing a YouTube channel, you should not have Google Hangouts and you should not be using Google Hangouts, because what used to cost me $1,000 to travel across to Texas or wherever I want to interview, if I want to interview Rob Skiba, I'm spending $1,000. If I want to interview Aaron Judkins, I'm spending $1,000. If I want to interview whatever, there's always a big money involved. But with Google Hangouts, there's not that kind of money involved. It's free, and so I'm telling people how to use it right now on Google Hangouts. I'm getting ready to show the tutorial on how to use it. It's a lot easier than you think. Please come over and check it out. Chat with us. Let us show you exactly how it's done, because I'm telling you right now that if you have a YouTube channel, or you're trying to grow your audience, or you're trying to reach more people, you have to use Google Hangouts. If you don't, and you're trying to do the same kind of similar stuff I do, which most people that are watching this video live right now are interested in the stuff that we do, and are interested in maybe doing some of it yourself to reach out to people, this is something that you need to learn. You need to learn this. I'm telling you right now, you're missing out if you don't. It makes it so much easier. There's not a lot of editing involved. The cameras switch back and forth. So come over. I just posted a link on my status right below this video. So the status right before this one gives you the link to come over to YouTube. Come over and join and talk to us and chat with us. Ask any questions you want, because I really want you guys to have the opportunity to learn how to do this. It's important to me. I'm not in competition with anybody when I do this. I want everybody to know how to reach a lot of people, because the goal that we have is to reach as many people as possible with the gospel, with the truth. And I know a lot of the people out there that are watching this video right now have that same exact goal. And even if you're just trying to reach people for your business or whatever, this is a good video to watch, because it teaches you how to do it. So come on over, check it out. Let me know you guys are over here in the YouTube video live. Link below this last status I just posted. Come on over. But I'm live right now, so see, you got my going on right now. And I'm talking right now live on Facebook and on Google Hangouts, and we're getting ready to get into the nitty gritty. So come on over. Bless you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you in a minute. Bye. Maybe I'll turn it off here. Let's see, finish. There we go. All right. So
like, it's like so powerful. Like, again, like I've been on Periscope before I had the issues. Like my internet's not fast enough to catch up with the broadband and things like this. But if people could understand that the internet is really like a beneficial, there's so many ways that you can connect with someone versus ways that you had to then. You know, like if people could understand the power behind it, a lot of people would go a lot further. But then again, what it takes is time, dedication, and a want. And a lot of people lack that. They'll say, "Oh, I would like to do this," or "Oh, I would like to do that," and they really don't really like to take the time. Thank you, baby. A lot of people really, and I'm also too. I had my oldest daughter came in, but I'd have my children here. So
hey, we're dads, and we work at the same time. It's part of this game, and that's what's cool about it. You can do this from home. And if you're good at what you do, you can make a living from home doing it. Not that that's the goal for me, but for you, if you have a channel that's talking about cats or something, and you can live stream with your cat and do stuff like that, you're going to make a killing, because cats are huge. Cats are huge nowadays, you know, so you can do that, and you can be, you know, have fun with it. And so it is awesome. It's such a great opportunity. It's one of the best opportunities that Google's ever given us, YouTube's ever given us, is a chance to stream live in front of your audience, and it grows. I'm telling you right now, if you're not getting people on your channel to interview that already have established audiences, or people that are interesting, it doesn't matter if they have established audiences or not, as long as you can tag right. But that helps. Getting your video out. Don't be afraid to share your video a couple times. Don't be afraid to take your video and share it in some Facebook groups. Don't be afraid to tweet it out. Don't be afraid to do any of that stuff, because you have to start somewhere. I don't do that much of it anymore. I usually share my video once now a time, and I don't do the groups anymore because I don't have time. But because of all that stuff that I did before, I don't have to do it as much now. I've kind of grown my audience.
It's like the whole thing. Like, people will ask, they'll say, okay, so do I have to comment on videos? Well, you don't really have to comment, and you might get a whole lot of growth coming out of things. But in the beginning, maybe you probably should. If you're just now starting out and your topics aren't really so much like potent, you know, these kind of things like this, like it's probably good to comment. But eventually, at some point in time, like you, John, if you go look at the man's views and the man's comments, he does not have the time in the day to go back and get to those things. But in order to get to that kind of level, it's probably best you can comment to the people and make sure that you're watching other people's things, like show an interest in other people, share their videos, and they'll share your videos. Like, it's a mutual thing. If you're not doing something for someone else, probably not going to take the time to do it for you. So,
yeah, and you know, content's key, man. Content is key. And if you're not doing videos, like you said earlier, people were like, well, I want to do this, I want to do that. Then you don't have any content. You don't have any. And then you also not only do not have content, but you lose credibility, and people don't care what you have to say. And, you know, and that's especially in the stuff you're doing, Montes, that's important. You have to have content, because nobody's going to want to know, hey, how do you make a video when you don't freaking make videos? Like, nobody cares.
You don't have the knowledge of it. Why are you even talking about it? Like, you know, there's a lot of people that will try to fake it till you make it. Well, right. You know, that fake it till you make it will only get you so far till they pull that card on you and be like, hey, you know.
I don't agree with that mentality, and we've talked about that before about with you know, growing your channel, growing your Facebook, growing your Twitter. Like, people pay for Facebook likes. Guess what? When you get to a point to where you have to pay to get your own audience on Facebook to see your stuff, you're going to hate that, because guess what? In order for my 100% of my audience, or even 50% of my audience, to see my posts, and sometimes it's more, sometimes, usually when I post stuff, there's just quite a few likes, people see it. But if I want my entire audience to see it, I have to promote on my own audience for them to see it. And if you have a bunch of likes that are fake, you're paying for fake likes. You're paying more. You're paying for those fake likes to see this post, and it's a ridiculous way to do it. So grow it slowly but surely. I mean, I was kind of embarrassed when Now You See TV only had like 200 likes or 50 likes or whatever, but it grows slowly. You just ask people on your channel, hey, come like it, or you don't. Either way, they'll find it. If they like it, they'll find it.
Right. A lot of people are like upset, you know, like they don't want to share their content out so much because they're fearful. Like, there's a lady, she goes to the church that I have, and she's doing a special program for special needs and trying to like get them more into like the church life and stuff like that, having them maybe play instruments and do things like this so they can also feel part of the church as well. Well, so she got to sharing things out all over the place, all over Facebook, and some guy was like, stop asking for money, you know, just had something negative to say about what she was trying to do. And I think it kind of discouraged her a little bit. But here's the thing is, like, you can't let that knock you down, because, like, I mean, if you don't share it with people, how else can you expect someone to watch the content? So, like, that's major, too. It's, like, making sure that you share the content, you know?
No doubt. And you can't let people dictate how you do things, because if you do, you'll never do anything, man, because there's so many people. If you're a hot dog salesman, if you don't heat your hot dogs up enough, people will complain. If you heat them up too much, they'll complain. If you don't put enough ketchup, they'll complain. If you put too much ketchup, they'll complain. So it doesn't even matter. You know, I doubt anybody listens to hot dog salesman, but if you are, you know, you're going to have people complain no matter what. You have to do kind of basically what you like. And the cool thing about that is there are other people like you out there. There are other people like you out there. And I know that some things are a little different. You have to kind of go with your audience. If you're selling toothpaste, you got to market to that audience. Right. I get it. But like with the content that I'm doing on my channel, there's people that are just like me out there, and that's why it works. And, you know, there's not as many as there are that use toothpaste, but there's a lot of people out there like me that want to hear the same things I want to hear and stuff. So I don't base what I do, my ministry, my whatever, I don't base it around other people's likes and wants, because if I do that, then I turn into basically the same thing the church has turned into, just a money pit or money. Money, you know, they always
it's just just come here and listen. I don't really want to hear what you think about it. I don't want to hear what you don't think about it.
That's partially true, but because I listen to the people that actually care. There's a lot of people out there that'll just troll you for no reason. Like if I have people that are all, you know, they listen all the time and they're my friends and they're my fellow, I listen to them to a certain, you know, to a certain extent. Obviously I can't change everything I'm doing based on something, but I do listen to those people. But like usually somebody's like, oh, you're just begging for money. That guy doesn't care about who you are. He could care less about anything that you do at all. He's never going to support you, for one, never, ever going to support you. No matter what you do, he's going to find something wrong with it. For two, he doesn't support you to begin with. So why do you care? Right. And you know, number three, he's anybody that has that kind of like, mentality. You know, jerkish mentality is not somebody you want to have around you anyway. And that's, you know, that's important, you know, to really realize that, like, yeah, there are people that come to your channel that are your friends, I guess you could say. They're your family in a way. You know, I feel like a lot of the people, my listeners, are my family. So when they have something to say and I know that they're regular listeners and they really do care about what I have going on, I care about them, then I'll listen to what they have to say because there's probably wisdom behind it. But if they're just some random troll that comes by and says, you need to stop doing this, I'm going to, you know,
yeah, whatever. Like, get out of here. Like, yeah. Where did you come from? like sometimes you get these friend requests. Like, I don't know about you on Facebook, and like, I don't know why people don't think that I'm not going to go through like what it is that you do on Facebook. Like, what's the last picture you posted? And if it's something negative, we're not going to become friends, because why? You're just going to be negative. You're going to feed me negative feelings, and then eventually I'm not going to be able to be as positive as I am. Like, this stuff affects people. So yeah. definitely, I don't let the negative things deteriorate from your efforts. You know, like you just gotta keep on plugging forward. So.
Exactly. So I guess we can get into the topic tonight, since we've kind of had fun with this. I mean, I love talking about this stuff because it really matters, man. It really, your attitude and how you address things and how you do things really does matter. You can't just put something out and expect it to go viral. Maybe you might get, you know, blessed by chance, and somebody that has a website that gets 1 million hits a day shares it on their website. That might happen to, and it happens very rarely. Probably 1 out of 1 million people that it happens to, but the chances of that happening are very slim. So you kind of have to take matters into your own hands, which is kind of being a good steward of what you have and really getting it out there in front of people. It's like, you know, when I remember when I first did a video, first started doing these videos and stuff, I shared them on Facebook groups that were in, you know, I think I'm trying to go back to one of the first interviews I did, but I think I did a interview with somebody that was ex-Satanist or something. I think it was that. Okay, so I took that video and I went to every ex-Satanist website that I could find on Facebook, every ex-Satanist group, every truther group, every group that had anything to do with that kind of knowledge, that wanted to know it, and I took it. Video, it took about a year, but that video has got over 50,000 plays right now. So, you know, you're looking at, and I got videos now that I don't even have to do that with, that get, you know, 250,000 plus views and more. So it matters so much at the beginning, getting your stuff out. If you're not willing to do that, then you're wasting your time making content. Why, you know, that's your baby. That content's your baby. Take it and share it out and make sure people see it, because if it's important, people need to see it. Like, I thought the ex-Satanist testimony, I thought it was important. I thought it was really important, and I was like, I don't want to waste my time doing this interview.
It's like everybody says, oh, well, I don't really have anything to talk about. Well, you have something to talk about. Everyone has something to talk about. It's just, how are you going to talk about it? Because everyone has some kind of information. Who's the other piece of the puzzle? You know, like, maybe you got the corner piece and you need the middle piece to fit inside the corner piece. You got these pieces, but you need this piece. You're going to have to go walk down the road, or walk down through the town, walk somewhere, or go through the internet, connect to somebody there, and then they'll fit that piece, you know?
Yeah, no doubt about that, man. You gotta be willing to work hard at stuff. Even, it doesn't matter. I mean, no matter what you're doing, if you're not willing to work hard at it and actually just produce some content and get it out there. Now, a lot of people listening don't care anything about doing YouTube videos. That's fine. And I'm glad you're listening, even though you don't care, because that means you support Montes or you support me, and you're coming here to check it out. And I appreciate that 100%. So, but there are people out there that are trying to do this, and this is one of the easiest ways and the best ways, in my opinion, to reach the most people for whatever your goal is to reach them. So let's go ahead and get started, Montes, if you're okay with that. I'm gonna show people how to do this stuff. Okay, so
absolutely, we're ready to get this information on, get this knowledge, and I hope that you all can get this knowledge and use this knowledge and apply this knowledge. Without further ado, we're opening up into the show.
All right, so this is, you guys are seeing my screen right now, and I'm going to show you, if you guys already have a YouTube, can you see that, Montes?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so if you already have on YouTube, you already know how to get to this screen. If not, you go over here and you click on this button and you go to your Creator Studio and you click on that. I'm not going to click on that right now because I'm already where I need to be, but you click on your Creative Studio, it'll take you to this screen right here. It'll usually take you to your dashboard, but we're on videos right now. So this is a video I did last night. So we go here to, if we want to do a live stream, this is the easiest way. And in my opinion, it's one of the better ways. And there's only a couple downsides to it. You can't share it out with your Google friends, Google Plus friends, but you have a link and you can have people chatting on the side. So if you guys are watching this right now live, if you look to the right of the screen there, you have a place to chat. Hello, Sabine, I see you on there. Thank you for watching, and I'm saying hello to Jindaya. I'm going to say hello to you guys. I can see you guys are on there. I can see you're chatting. Thank you. If you have any questions here in a minute, make sure you guys ask them. I will answer whatever question you have. So anyways, so I can see that, you know, I can see their chat here on the side. Well, what we're going on right now. So let's say I want to start a video, and I got an interview coming up with somebody, and I want to do it tonight at So I go to events here, okay? First off, you're going to go to live streaming underneath Video Manager. You click on that, okay? And once you go there, you click on events right here. And it says you don't have any upcoming events, schedule an event. So tonight I have a show tonight, okay? And I'm going to make I don't know exactly what the subject's going to be yet because the guy that's doing the show has not messaged me about the subject. So, but I'm going to show you guys how to do a test event. So I'm gonna either I hit new live event right here or a schedule event. You can also go live right now. You can click that and boom, you're live right now, right this second. But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna schedule one because I have an interview with a guy later on tonight at 8, and I want to make sure that I get it. So it takes you to a regular screen as if you're uploading. If you were to click upload, okay, I'm gonna click upload and you select your file to upload, it will take you to the screen similar to this one. So we're going back. I'm going to, you know, just to recap, I went to Creator Studio, I went to live events, and I went to events, live streaming events, and I clicked back on here. Okay. And you can always get back to the screen you want by clicking on here and then go to your Creator Studio. So we're going to schedule this live event. I'm going to click new live event. There's a couple things you need to know. You always obviously have to have a title. Okay. So we're going to type in Test Montes title.
And again, of course, if you want to get the perfect title, you can go and watch our previous show, and it'll give you the best way to do the keyword research. So
exactly, and make sure you do that. That's important. A lot of people miss out on that, and it's not the only thing you have to do, but it's a big part of it. You know, like we talked about just before this tutorial. Getting it in front of people is huge. It's you know, you can call it distribution, you can call it sharing, you can call it whatever you want, but you got to get it out in front of people, you know. So anyway, so you're going to do your basic info, type in, I'm doing Test Montes title, and I'm going to copy that and put it as my description as well, just for the heck of it. And then we're going to go today. So we're going to go at 8 p.m. So I'm going to go down to 8 p.m. Click on that. It's pretty self-explanatory. It should say your time zone right here. If it doesn't, edit it and find the time zone. Where I'm Central, so that's where I'm setting it at, 8 p.m. Central. Okay, and I can add an end time if I want. I usually don't because my shows don't really have any set time. They usually go about 2 hours, but sometimes they're more. So I don't usually set an end time just in case people are trying to plan their stuff around it. I don't, unless I know an end time for sure. Okay, so this is the important part. Over here at type, you're going to want to go to quick using Google Hangouts on Air. Okay, this is the easiest way, and we're talking about Google Hangouts now. We'll maybe do another show. We'll maybe do another show about what we're going to do or how you can do the other types of encoding options later. But today we're focusing on Google Hangouts, and this is the most easy. This is free, and it's the way you want to go. Trust me. If you're first, especially if you're first starting, you don't even want to worry about all this stuff if you don't know what you're doing already. So we got that set up. We got, we'd put a tag. Let's say test Montes, test Montes, then boom. Okay, so we got that. I know what I'll usually do. I'll just go ahead and hit monetize, get it monetized. Okay. Then we're going to go to advanced settings. We were writing basic info. Now we're going to go over here to advanced settings. Boom. Okay. You want to make sure that your enable live chat is automatically checked. You want to make sure, or not, just make sure it's checked. I usually block spam messages just because it's annoying. You don't have to if you don't want to. It doesn't really matter. Pretty much leave everything it is the way it is. Make sure on category, make sure you put the correct category. People always, sometimes I'll see people put comedy when they're talking about, something like, something horrible, and they'll have comedy as the keyword. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing here. Sorry, I got clicked out of that. Okay, so make sure you have the correct. This one I would name it either education or how to in style. So let's say education or how to. This is a how to kind of. It's a little bit of both. They should have where you can pick a couple topics, but they don't. So you could do video location if you want, which I don't normally do because I don't. It matters only if your video is specific to that area. If I was doing how to find cats in Evansville, which is a crazy title, and nobody would ever need to know that, I don't think. But you put in your area and you move your tab over to where you're at, and you zoom in, you find your spot and whatever. You get the idea. So then we're going to allow embedding. Make sure that's collected. All this stuff should be collected, but it doesn't necessarily be. And this right here on promotions, what I usually do is I'll promote that too. I'll have both of these promote through featured content when event is live. So anytime there's a featured content on there, that way people see it on their channel right away, and promote it on my channel page. So if somebody's on my channel page, they automatically know I have a live video. And you can change this 1 hour before the scheduled time, 12 hours, 1 day before. I haven't really messed around with this much. This might be beneficial 1 hour before, I don't know, but I usually just do it when the event's live. If your content is crazy, which I hope it's not, but if it is, and it's enable age restriction, that means somebody has to be logged in. They have to know how old they are. So anyways, you want to enable DVR, okay, on this, so people can go back if they're just start watching right now. If you guys are just watching right now and you want to go back and see what we said earlier, they can come back. They can go back to the beginning and watch it from the beginning. I usually optimize for low latency for interaction, so that people there's interaction. I usually do that, and I think that works pretty well. Sometimes I'll leave it on the other one depending on how my internet's working that day and all that stuff. Right now I got pretty good internet. I'm having to use my laptop because my computer is running a video right now. So anyways, you get all that stuff done. Now we're going to go back to the basic info. We're going to make sure we got everything right. I usually take the title of my video and share it out on this. This is your Google Plus and your Twitter, and it shares it. Boom. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want everybody on Google Plus and Twitter to come join this show or think that we're starting one. So we're not going to let anybody know about it right this second. But people will still see it on there, and they'll probably be like, what is he doing? So anyways, so now I'm good to go on this. It's very simple. And if you guys have any questions about it, put it in the chat right now before we move on to the next one. But you hit create event, okay? Invalid request, Youre is not owned, cannot manage the video. Title 1, 2, just make up. I don't know why it's doing that. It did that to me earlier when I was trying to make a test video. Please review video details. Okay. I don't know. Usually I don't have this problem, people. I don't know what's going on, but couldn't save changes. Review video detail. What's new in, I'm just making up stuff. What's new in, I can't type here. New in Colorado. Okay, I didn't even spell that right, so I didn't capitalize it. So we're going to create event. Your changes are being saved, so you know it's saving right there. Sometimes if you use test, it won't let you do it for some reason because it knows you're trying to test it out. So now it takes you automatically to the screen. After you create the event, it automatically takes you here to events. Okay, so there's our What's New in Colorado page. Now I'm going to go through some processes that are easy. Now let's say we'll go back and I'll tell you how to look at it, how to share it, edit if you need to later. But let's say we're getting ready to start the video. It's 8 o'clock right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on Start Hangout on Air. Okay, I don't know if this will let me do it since I have another live stream going on at the same time. So yeah, it won't let me show you guys how to do it on this end, but it'll say take me there or end the other call. So if I end the other call, I end the show that we're doing right now. If I take me there, it's going to take me right back to Montes. So what we're going to do is we're going to click out of that. So that's the basics of how to start that up. When you get in that screen, I'll show you here in a second what you need to do to get your guest invited, and I think Montes can help me with that since I am on his show. He can show you how he shares out the video. But what you're going to do, let's say you want to share this out on your Facebook or your Twitter. You want to get people coming. This is the go. Tell people you're going to have the show and all that. At first, when you first start doing live streams, you're not going to have that many people that stream your show because it's just not something they're used to you doing. But once they get used to it, they enjoy hanging out with you. They're going to come and they're going to chat and they're going to have a fun time. So just keep doing them, keep on doing the live shows. Make sure after the fact and before the fact, you tell people about it, and it should do well, as long as you got something that people want to hear about. Now, if you're talking about how to stub your toe on a dryer, it might be funny, so people might watch it, but most people aren't looking for that kind of stuff. So anyways, what's new in Colorado? So I'm going to click on it. All right, so it says this is what happens when people look at this, if they click on it. It says it's going to start August 2nd, which is today. It's going to start at 8 p.m. and no matter what time zone they're in, it'll say the correct time in their time zone. So if they're in Pacific, it'll say 6 p.m. And it tells you how many hours. There's a countdown on there for you right there, which is awesome. So you clicked on that. Now you have your YouTube link right here. You got it. You can copy it and you can share it on Facebook. You can share it on Twitter. You can share it wherever else if you want to message people about it, email people about it, you can do all that. And then over here on this, if you want to embed this in your channel so that people can stream it on your channel, you can embed it right here. You can get the embed code and that'll embed it right on your channel. And if you want to email it, you can go ahead and put your email things in here. You should be able to type in emails, or you can put them in bulk or whatever, and it should do it right there. And so we already got one dislike. You must have a hater, Montes, that or I must have a hater, one of the two, because it's funny. Anyways,
well, that's just part of it. But yeah, so that's a couple of ways that you can share the link with other people. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna share my screen with you all, and I'll pull you through some of the stuff that.
Hey, Montes, this is a video I just made. Somebody already disliked it.
Oh,
and
wow.
I got somebody commenting marijuana. Anytime I hear about Colorado, it's about that time. So wow. Somebody thinks I'm getting ready to do a show about this. So I better delete this real quick because I'm already got people.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You already got it. You already have a thumb down and they're already trying to. That's crazy. That's crazy how that works out. But so I'm going to take you all into how I go about sharing content inside of my world of how I do things. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And so I go through Facebook basically, and as you can tell, I have different things going on here. But this is John's page here. You can actually go here inside the search bar and then type in YouTube. I spell it right. All right, and so before we type in YouTube, you can see all these different groups here. It says YouTube sub for sub, 3,307 members. YouTube subscriber, 32, 21, 12. This one's kind of a little bit lower, maybe because it's a newer group or whatever, but this one's sitting at 18. So basically you go inside the group, and you just basically join yourself to the group afterwards. Right here is where you can join. I don't want to leave it, but if I was to click there, I could join. And so you go here and you take the YouTube video of whatever whatever it is and post the link right here inside of there. What will happen is, as you can see here, people will come on. There's 3 different comments, and they'll put their videos underneath of your video. And they'll tell you, hey, sub for sub, this for that. Now, I do want to just go ahead and clarify this with everybody that subs for subs don't really always do the best because, I mean, to start off, it's good. But then at some point in time, you will end up having too many people subscribe to your channel to where like you can't subscribe anymore. So like it's almost like the water will dry out, you know, it'll wear thin. And then another way that you can go about sharing your content, I'm going to share my screen with you all again. Another way that you can share your content is you can go through, I'm going to pull up my Twitter account, and you can go through here. And a lot of people forget hashtags are some of the biggest things that you can do within your promotion of your video. So like I will put a hashtag live stream. And look, it'll come up in embossed letters, all black. And then I would copy and paste and put the video and then come up with I hope you will watch the live show. And then I would copy and paste this link right here from my YouTube and post it onto my Twitter and post it right here, and then I click tweet. Now that I put this hashtag in here, there's lots of people. For instance, I'll go ahead and I'll just show you what this live or hashtag live stream, and it'll pull in everyone that's doing live streams. This is the top of it right here. So it goes to show you on July 26th, the last thing that was shot live stream was here. So here's some people that you might reply to. You could click reply, all these different people here, and then make sure that you put your stuff at the front of the tweet, because if you put it in the end of the tweet, if you put it back here, only these people will see it. Only these people right here will see whatever it is that you're tweeting to them. So if you put the tweet up here at the beginning, watch this live show, and then you go behind at the end, Command V, and you put this here at the end. Now everyone that's friends with these people is going to see, and I'm just going to go ahead and tweet it out. Everyone that's friends with Art Concrete is going to see the content that I have pressed out. Versus if you go and you do that one thing there, not everyone within Twitter can see it. I'm going to share with you another way that you might be able to share your content. I'm going to share the screen one more time here, and you can see how you might be able to do this on Google Plus. So basically you click your share here and you see these icons down here. If you have any of these social media sites, Twitter, Google, Facebook, I'm not even really sure what that is, Blogger, Reddit, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, and you know, there's just on and on and on and on and on. So basically what you would do is you click the Google Plus here, and you have people to where you can join into different groups. There's lots of different groups that you can join. See how I have here? Singers, songwriters, YouTubers, YouTuber Nuevas. This is in Spanish, see? So like I can connect to education technology. So like, for instance, say I want to share this with education technology. I can't share it to the public and do them too, so I'll have to do that. And then I'll go back here and I'll click education technology. And then I would type in there, hope you will tune in to this live show. And then I'll put get this knowledge. And so now I'll share this, and there's how many people, right? All those people within that group right there, I wish I could have backed it up. I kind of shared it too quick. But all those people within that community, I think it was like 22 million people inside that community, have the opportunity to look at the content that I'm sharing. So it's all about sharing the content, pressing the content out. Again, you're going to have to build your social media sites. Don't buy them. John just explained to you all, buying these things aren't really going to get you anywhere. You're going to be better off if you make your following organic, and you can do so with the live stream. So
let me step in here for just a second too. And you know, the thing about that Montes said, not only if you buy stuff like that, you're jeopardizing your channel too. Maybe not on Twitter, but on YouTube, you're jeopardizing your chance to monetize your videos. Because if you buy stuff like that and people are, you know, you're paying somebody, they might come over and click on, do all kinds of, your YouTube recognizes when there's a bot that's doing it, and they can tell who, you know, you just don't want to do it. I'm not saying that YouTube will shut you down for it, and they probably won't, but honestly, like, you know, do you really want to know how many people are viewing your videos? Do you really want to know that, or do you want to just have a bunch of fake things to make yourself feel better? Because that's all that's happening. You're just doing it to make yourself feel better, because you want to, another reason you want to know that how many people are viewing your stuff and like what they're viewing is because you want to look at your analytics and you want to see who your audience is.
You know, one day I think that would be a good video if we would be able to shoot for a lot of the viewers, is to actually how to access and how to really understand what these analytics are and what they mean. Because again, whenever we got started, and I'm a new YouTube channel creator, so like I wasn't very advanced at it, and you took the time to show me what these analytics meant. It was so much power for me, because then I was then able to see, all right, this works, this doesn't work, you know? So I think that would be another great video to share.
Definitely. And a couple things I want to still share with this video that's important, Montes, if I can, is I'm going to go to screen share again. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at right now. So I'm looking at the screen you're seeing right here. Okay. Absolutely. One thing you want to make sure is right now, let me show you. I got a headset on, right? You can see it. I got this headset on, and I have my webcam's on my laptop right now working. That's why it's not the greatest quality. This laptop camera is all smudged up. It looks like, you know, horrible. But you want to be able to check and make sure you are on the right stuff. So I'm going to screen share again. Make sure you got the right things selected. Okay, so I'm going to go to my settings here, and I'm going to make sure that this is the webcam I got hooked up right here. Okay, I got another webcam hooked up, but it's not placed correctly. I can go to it and show you guys, and I can't. Hold on, I'm still screen sharing. But if I wasn't, see, it's this camera up here. I got another camera up here, but I don't want that camera because it's not placed properly. I got, you know, my backdrop is showing, everything like that. Not that this one isn't, but I'm in a, you know, this situation I'm in today is a little different than normal. So I'm gonna go back to my regular webcam. All right, and go to that and show you guys that. So anyways, we're gonna go back to this. I'm gonna show you guys this. Make sure your microphone is selected on this. This is my USB headset, my Logitech USB headset. Make sure you have the best mic you have selected. The webcam mic is horrible. I do not want to go to that. So I'm going to, you know, make sure that's selected. Make sure the speakers that you have are through your headset. You don't want sound coming out of your computer because it's going to hit your mic. You're just going to create a delay. You want to make sure you got the proper headphones selected or speakers, however you do it. If you're just using a laptop with no headphones, no microphone, it should automatically do the right thing. But if not, and then make sure you hit save, okay? And so that's important to do. If you have low internet usage and you can't help it, you want to adjust your bandwidth and turn it down a little bit. That's going to help you to keep from glitching. If you got other stuff going on in the background, it'll help. Sometimes, depending on if it's your computer that's running slow or if it's your internet, okay? And then you got be able to turn your camera off right here, and you can mute your microphone right here. These are important things to know how to do. Usually when somebody else is speaking, I mute my microphone just so it doesn't create a delay or any issues like that. That's important. So that on that end, you can do that. Okay, so this is your screen share option over there. This is how I'm sharing the screen with you with the screen share. When I click on it, it'll show me different options. I can't do it while I'm screen sharing, but it'll show me different things that I can do to share. This is your showcase, which, you know, you can figure that out. It's not very hard. This is a Q&A section. If you're doing this on Google Hangouts itself, starting at Google Hangouts, then this comes in handy. Okay, and if you look at the bottom of my screen, or Montez's screen, he has, in my screen too, he has his name and he has his website on there and his logo. Okay, so if you want that, you're going to go here. Normally this toolbox isn't open. You're going to go here. You're going to add apps. okay, and you're gonna find the Hangout toolbox, and you're gonna add that app, okay. So I've already got it pulled up over here, but basically you pick the circle with the head on it, and you make your own. I got John Pounders Now You See TVA. I've got my logo on there. I've picked my color. I turned it on, and I named it Babylon Now, because I used to have a show called Babylon Now that I did with another guy, and I saved this preset for it. And so now every time I come on here, all I got to do is check that X. But you save your preset, set yourself up, save your preset, save it. Then all you got to do is go click on save. Boom, you're done. So you know, you can do volume control like in your headphones. This helps for, you know, if Montes is loud in my ear, I can change that. You know, comment tracking. There's a lot of little tools on here that you can do. So also you have the control room. Normally this control room I can control if I'm starting the channel. I can't do it right now. Montes is the one that started this video. He can use the control room, but it turns the volume up and down on the people that you have on your show, because sometimes you might have somebody that's 2 times as loud as everybody, and you want to make sure you try to get everybody at the same volume as much as you can. So that's your control board, okay? Those are the important things. Montes, you're going to have to show them how to invite people that are your guests. Like you invited me with the link, you're going to have to show them how to do that, because I don't have that option on here since I started the video. So if you would show them how to send the link to their, it should be a little guy with a head.
Right. So like when you basically get the video going, and like, so you want to have more people tune in, or you're trying to invite the person or the person that's going to be on the show with you, you can, let me share my screen with you all. All right. And we're in the screen share here. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to need to hover right here, and this will pull up where John was telling you within the different options here. You're going to click this man with the plus on it, and you're going to get this link right here. This is called the Permi link. I run with the Mac, so it's the Command C, and then you, or you can Google Plus it. Like I said, I like to Google Plus it, so I could come through here, and I have my different people, 200, 59, 46.
Now, Montes, did you show them how to invite the secret backdoor in? Like, because not everybody has the same link I had to get into the get into your Hangout. Did you show them that? You shared that?
Right.
Yeah,
right here.
That's the link you don't want to share with everybody. You only
want. This is the link that you want whenever you have the guest to come in on the show with you. This will be that link. Now, if you want people to come to the show, I do know that this, you got to go here, and this is the link that you'll share out to other people to watch the show. This right here.
Right, exactly. Now I guess we can go to the other kind.
John, you went on mute, John. You're on mute.
Oh, sorry about that, dude. Okay, so I want to show people how to do a Hangout through their Google Hangouts if they prefer to do it rather than live events on YouTube. Same format, everything that we've showed you inside this network, where we're showing you how to, you know, set up your control panel, or, you know, set up your name and your logo on there. It's all going to look exactly the same in the end result. The only difference is if you set it up through Google, straight through Google Hangouts on Air, you won't have the chat room in your YouTube. But there's a pro and a con to it. The pro is you can share it out with all your Google Hangout, invite as many people as you want on your Google Hangout thing.
Right. That's the reason why I like doing it this way, is because I'm able to invite people within my Google community. Again, this is all about building your community. If you don't have a community, sometimes it's going to be hard. You really are going to have to focus on your Google keywords to get all that to work out. But if you have a good Google foundation, you can share this content out to these people within these Google groups and stuff like this, and it's going to help you to get further out. And I like this option better, but then with this option, I don't have the live chat box, so pick and choose, you know?
Yeah, so I prefer, to have the live chat box only because if people stream across it on YouTube, I don't even get in the YouTube chat much often anymore on my channel, just because we have our own chat on nowuctv.org where people come and are usually our regulars and people that we, consider friends and family come on there and chat and fellowship with each other. And so that's where we take our questions from and all that. But YouTube live chat is, if you don't have that, which most people starting out are not going to have that, it's a good way to do it. Make sure you moderate it though, because a lot of trolls come in usually through YouTube chat. You have to be able to, moderate that. So, anyways, I'm going to show you real quick how to do this. I'm going to screen share here again. Boom, boom. You guys should see my screen share. Okay, so I am going to go Okay, this is the screen I want to be at, and the easiest way to get to this screen, okay, is real simple. If you're on your YouTube already, just click on this and then click on Now You See TV logo, or your logo. It's going to be your logo, whatever that is right there. You click on that, it'll take you to the screen right here. Okay, real simple. That gets you to. And now I'm going to go here to the Google Apps. This is on the About Me section. I don't know that it has the. No, I don't have it on there. So I'm going to go here to the Google Apps. I'm going to click Google Plus, or you can just go straight to Google Plus if you know how to get there. That's fine. But if you're on YouTube and you don't know exactly how to get there, you can do it this way. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go over here to this Google Plus page. I'm not going to click on it. I'm just going to hover over it, okay? And I'm going to go to Hangouts. Boom. So I'm going to do Hangouts on Air. You can do, all this stuff, but this is the easiest way. Hangouts on Air. Okay, and then you're going to create a Hangout on Air. Really simple. Okay, give it a name. Test. We're going to do it later, just so it doesn't show up on my channel right now. We're going to do it at 6:30 p.m. It's not really going to go on, but So anyways, if you want to make it public, you can make it public. Then you can add groups. You can add all these different things to it if you want. Or if you just want it to be a private one. A lot of times when I'm doing conference calls with people, or I'm trying to teach people how to do something on the computer, I will do a private one and I'll just send an invite to myself. Okay, so I'll send an invite to myself and boom. And that way it's not public. It's only to me. Nobody else knows it exists except for me. And I can nobody else has to know about it. And I can, like, if I was going to show you, Montes, how to set up your HTML on your website or something, I would say, hey, let's do this. I'll show you. That way I can screen share what I'm doing. And
yeah, the screen sharing is so efficient. Like being able to walk somebody through it, like physically have them there and put them through it. It's so efficient. Yeah.
Right. And what I just clicked share. Okay. And so it takes you to this screen right here. Okay. This screen is your Google screen, Google Plus. Some people can stream it from this screen. They can use the applause thing. They can clap. They can do all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff to it. I don't find it as effective as doing it straight from YouTube, but it can be if you do it right. If you have a lot of Google Plus people, you can do it right. So, okay, so I got this screen open.
And that's my favorite, right where on that screen right there where you can scroll down. It has that option to where you can invite more people through. Right. And that's where I was saying it's a lot easier to go through that way than it is. But then again, you don't have the chat box, so you have to decide which one you want to do. And me personally, I like the chat box. So
yeah, and I think most people do, and I think it'll maximize your audience eventually. So, anyways, you click now the same kind of thing applies. Here's your links. Here's your YouTube page. Here's your video embed. Here's your embed if you want to embed this event right here. Which whatever way, it doesn't really matter. But if you want to embed on your website, video embed. If you want to share the Google page that we're looking at right now, this is it. If you want to share the YouTube page, which is like this, like what we got going on right here, you can do it with that link. Okay, so you got all that stuff. So you can, anytime you want to change anything, let's say, oh man, I messed up, I spelled something wrong. You can edit the event. Okay, and just change. You can make a theme to where it gives you like a thing at the top. Let's change it to night out, just for the heck of it. Let's change it to this, just for fun. Okay, so, and we just save it. And then now when people come to it, usually I make my own stuff for that. If I do it, it's just got the top. It looks a little more streamlined. Manage your guest list, whatever. And so, like, you can invite more people. Like you said, you can message people. Then let's say it's around time. I usually about 30 minutes before the show, I will start this. Okay. And whether I'm here or whether I'm over here doing it on YouTube. I start it. It doesn't start the live stream, but it does give you the chance to get into the platform. Okay, I start that, and what I'll do is I'll come in here. I forgot I can't do it, but I'll start the call in here, and I'll invite people the way, I'll invite the people that are on the show with that link Montes showed you right up there at the top. The little guy with the plus sign by his head, or whatever he has by his head, has the link. I send that, like I say, I'm having Rob Skiba and Gary Wayne on tonight or something. I go and I, message them, get them on there, etc. And so that's pretty much it. And then it'll automatically come up on YouTube. It'll stream on there. You don't have to do anything on that end, and there you go. And that's pretty much all you have to do on that. It's pretty simple. Both are simple. I believe YouTube's simpler, and I believe there's probably more pros, at least from what I've seen. And mainly the pro for me is easy because, like I said, I have my own chat in my website, so I don't really need a YouTube chat, but it is easier. It takes less time. I can set it up right there. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. It's just there and it's ready to roll. And so I hope that helped as far as setting up a live chat and doing that, because I know that it's hard when you first start. It took me forever to figure out how to do it. And it was not, once I figured it out, I'm like, why couldn't I not figure this out before? Like,
Right.
what is wrong with me? But now that I know how to do it, it's easy. So I do it a lot. I love it, man. I love the fact that I can interview people without having to use Skype, because I like Skype. All right. Skype's cool. But the problem is, if you're doing a video interview with Skype, you have all the broadband lies on you. So every video that's being recorded, it's all on you. With Google Hangouts, my broadband is separate than his broadband. So if his computer's glitching out, that doesn't mean mine is. And if my computer,
it's all up to me. Then it's not really all your,
right.
Yeah. Skype is nowhere near to the capabilities of this. I'd say maybe like if you have like you're working in like Target and you're the owner of Target and you're using Skype, I'm pretty sure your internet's going to be like grade A, but
right.
Trying to be on the running gun is just not.
Yeah. And the good thing about Montes, is the good thing about being able to to stream this. Okay, if I want to record this instead of going live with it, which a lot of people would prefer to record rather than go live, and I understand, because going live is kind of scary. It's kind of like, I don't want to go live because what if I mess up? Well, I mean, here's the problem with that. Don't worry about that, because you're going to mess up no matter what. And people expect that on a live show, and they don't care. As long as you're not saying something completely off the wall, or you don't do something really ridiculous, I think you're okay. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. But the good thing about being able to, and one thing I really want to show you guys that I forgot to show you, this is important with that last feature that I showed you guys. You can build a tent. Go for it. Yeah. Oh, you can't? Okay. We'll go build one, and I'll be in there in a minute to help you with the one, okay? So I'm going to screen share again. And okay, go ahead. All right, so you can see the screen?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So let's say I made my event, and I am gone from the computer for a couple hours. I don't have that screen up anymore. How do I find it? So I go over here to Google Plus page. Like I said, you don't click on it. You hover it over it, and you just go to your events right here, okay? Click on events, and there it is. Boom. Click on it, or click on this, sorry. And there you go. You're right back into where you need to be. So events, right back where you need to be. Just almost forgot about that, because that could be, if you don't know how to find it, that could be not
very aggravating. Very, very aggravating. Looking for it, can't get to it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the key of the matter is, like I said before, and like Montes has said, just if this is what you want to do, just go for it. If it's not what you want to do, then I thank you for watching anyway. I'm glad you guys watch. But if it is what you want to do, you need to get on this quick and interview people, and just have fun with it, man. It's so fun. I enjoy it every night. We stream almost every night, and I love it. I think it's like one of my favorite times of the day, other than spending time with my children and my family. I love going live and having fun talking to people. And even people in the chat, it's fun to talk. I know we have a few people in the chat tonight. Brent, I recognize Brent, and I recognize Sweet Pea from everything over at NIUC TV. I thank you guys for coming and watching. I know Brent is interested in making his own videos and doing stuff like that. And I hope that he ends up doing it because he has a lot of knowledge. He's been listening for a while, and he's ready to roll. So it's going to be good. And I know that there are other people watching tonight, and so we appreciate it. And anything.
Now, I wanted to go over that one more time with not recording, going live, but just not going live, but recording. How exactly do they do that?
Okay. Well, you saw where I had the event. I already created that event to where it's private. Okay. So what you would do is you just go to it like any other event. You go to it, you add your people to it, and at the very bottom of the screen, show them on your screen, Montes, where the end broadcast button is.
Okay.
Because that's where the start broadcast button is as well. Okay, and keep your screen on. But yeah, at the very bottom down there, if you guys look, show them, Montes.
Right here.
Yep, that's the stop broadcast button. That's exactly where your start broadcast button is going to be. Okay, so you click on your start broadcast button when you're ready to go, and it'll take you live. You'll see up there in the right-hand corner. Show your screen again, Montes.
Right over here, you'll see this live here.
Yep, you'll see that it's live when it's live, and you'll get going. And so just because it's live doesn't mean that anybody else has seen it besides you and the guests you invited. But it'll be recording. And after you're done, after you hit the stop broadcast button that's there at the bottom where you hit the start broadcast, you'll go over to your videos.
Right here, stop broadcast.
You'll go over to your video manager, okay? And you will see you'll see
here.
Yeah, you go to your video manager. Yeah, you know, the actual where you have all your videos and stuff, you can see it and your video will show up. Go to videos at the top there. Video or your videos. And your video will show up there. And all you do to download it is you're gonna go to there's an option to download on there. Your video. If you click on it, there should be an option to download it. To edit. If you edit it, there should be an option somewhere to download your video. Your own video you can download. You can't do it with other people, but you can download your own. So anyways, that's how you do it. And then you can just, if you're not, there's other sites that'll show you how to download a YouTube video. You can just put the link in and download it. But that way you can download it, then you take it to your software, edit it, and you're good to go. So whether you want to record, go live, whatever, it doesn't really matter so much. I like going live because I think it gives you a chance to interact with your audience and your friends and family, whoever they are that comes on your channel. You get a chance to talk to them. You get a chance to have fun. And you know, I'm not necessarily thinking about, you know, the show when I'm doing this. I'm just thinking like, hey, I'm talking to my friend. You know, if I have a friend on, like you're my friend, we're talking, we're having friends. We have these conversations anyway, almost all the time. I'm showing you something or you're showing me something. We're having this conversation. And so it makes sense to have this conversation on YouTube so other people can see it as well, so they can learn how to do it. And, you know, why not? You know, we might as well. We're going to, like I said, we'll sit and talk for an hour how to do this stuff anyway. So this is the way to do it.
Might as well record it and get the knowledge out to someone else, right?
Exactly. So, yeah, I hope that helped everybody. If there's any questions you have, Montes?
No, I think we're pretty much good. I'm going to go check inside. I'm going to check inside the chat room. Did you see any questions inside the chat there? I don't think I had it.
There's one on there. Hold on. It says, would you recommend Spreaker for camera shy folks? I know Justin Fall and Sheila has the links to use it. Is it hard to use? Yeah, I would use. I'd recommend it, and I don't think it's very hard to use. There's also Blog Talk Radio, Blog Talk Radio, which is pretty good. They got a free service on there you can use. They also got a paid service that's good, and you can actually you make ad revenue on Blog Talk Radio if you get the paid package. There's also
I've heard a lot about Blog Talk Radio, but I've never really got into the statistics for it. You know, that would be another good thing to shoot about one time, huh?
Yeah, Blog Talk's pretty cool. I used to do Blog Talk Radio before we did Now You See TV. Well, at the same time, actually, I did some, and I liked it all right. It was a good platform. They have a chat room there too. They have you can do all that stuff. We didn't do advertisements on it back then, but if you're looking to, you know, optimize your time, there's no reason, you know, you can't do that stuff. I know a lot of people are down on advertisements and stuff, but look, you know, even if it's just to make enough money to have your kids babysitted while you're doing your show, which obviously my kids are not being babysitted. They're in the other room playing video games, which I'm not really happy about. But at the same time, I kind of have to do this. I'm going to have them stop and take them outside when I'm done here. But even if it's just enough money to pay for that, or if it's enough money to pay for you to not have to work an extra hour at work, if it's enough money for that, then go for it. Because you know what? People that complain about it, they don't live your life. They don't know what you have to go through. They don't know what it takes for you to do what you're doing. I mean, they don't know. They just have no clue about the back end behind this. But once you start doing this stuff and you really start developing what you're doing, you will know the back end behind this. You will see how much work it takes and how much time it takes. But it's great work and great time. And so, don't be afraid to compensate yourself if you can, because it's not all about the money. But at the same time, if you want to keep doing stuff, you have to have money. I mean, I had a friend that just got done with a documentary, and people were complaining about him charging money for the documentary. But what they don't see is that he had to fly all over the world to get this stuff, to get this footage, to get the people on, to do this. That stuff costs money. The equipment he used it to cost money, and they want to enjoy the video, but they don't want to pay for it. That's kind of, they're going to run out quickly of things to enjoy if they don't ever want to pay for anything. And in our channel, we don't even ask people to pay for anything. We just put ads up, and sometimes people complain, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, it's they don't know what goes into what you do. So you have to just kind of do what you need to do to keep going. There's always that. You have to do what you need to do to keep going. If it takes you having to put ads on your videos to keep going, do it. Because you know what? If it wasn't for ads on my videos, I wouldn't be able to stream more than one night a week, because I did it for one night a week for a long time. And I won't, but I like to do more videos. I want to do 4 or 5 nights a week, and my audience enjoys it, and we enjoy talking. And so in order to do that, I had to put more ads, because otherwise I'd be working at my other job that I do on the computer. I'd be working on that twice, because I'm telling you right now, working from home, no matter what you're doing, takes a lot of time and effort. It doesn't matter. There's no easy money out there. If somebody tells you this is easy money, then they are a liar.
It's just like Gary Vaynerchuk would tell people. Like I'll always go back to Gary Vaynerchuk, because he's just got so much content that you could really get off of it. People need to stop thinking that entrepreneurship and wanting to work for yourself is a sprint. You're not going to get there quick. This is not something that's. I mean, my channel's still growing. It's nowhere near to where 90CTV is, but it's really been a marathon. It's really taken me a longer time of holding my patience in, and I guess in a marathon, you don't use all your energy right out at one time. So you go slow about what you're doing. And really, it's been a slow build up. But just like as in learning how to walk, first you start crawling, then you start scooting, and then you start walking, then all of a sudden you're running. So it's just like that,
Exactly, man. And there's nothing could be said truer that it's all about, just starting small and going as big as you can once you start small, but keep going. Starting, when we first started doing live streams, we did 1 a week, then we went to 2 a week, and then we went to 3 a week, then we went to 4 a week, then we went to 5 a week. Now we're pushing on 6 a week, and we're probably going to end up doing more than that, because I think we're going to be adding more people to our channel soon. Our end goal is to have a 24-hour live stream thing where you can come on our channel pretty much anytime and you're going to find something live. Maybe not me on there, but you'll find somebody of great content live on our channel. And that's eventual goal, whether it's on YouTube or just straight from a radio podcast app or some kind of app like that. We're going to try to make that happen. And that's the goal. We want people to be able to, anytime they're looking for something, they can come do it. I know a lot of our audience is probably didn't have enough time to view some of the videos that we already have. So, I mean, it might be overkill, but that's the goal. We just add more. And we're also going to, then another goal is adding a really nice live studio, being able to stream really live professionally without using Google Hangouts. I like Google Hangouts, but it's a step. It's a stepping stone. All right.
Right. Don't be happy with the small steps and celebrate the small victories.
Right. Yeah, it's a stepping stone, man. And next stepping stone is hopefully getting a nice studio, which we've got plans for, and then having really nice professional cameras streaming it live. So it's and maybe not, we'll stream on YouTube, but we'll stream on other things as well. on Roku, having our own app, doing all that stuff is these other steps. So, you know, I'm not saying I'm never satisfied, because, you know, I am satisfied. I'm always satisfied, but at the same time, I'm never going to be satisfied with what I can do. I guess you could say I'm satisfied as in I'm happy. I'm happy if I died today or whatever. I'm happy. You know what I mean? I've lived a pretty good life. I do try my hardest most of the time. Sometimes I'm a lot lazier.
But there are some times when we can't just give it our all.
Right.
Like when we're tired, you know.
Right. And then, you know, on the Sabbath, I rest a full day on the Sabbath. A lot of people are out there, you don't, you know, work 7 days a week, but guess what? Yahweh, the creator of all things, gave me the Sabbath. And guess what? Some of the most successful people in the world are people that take the Sabbath. The Jewish people, they have more money by far than almost anybody you know, and they take the Sabbath every Sabbath to chill out, and God blesses that. So you can sit there and work 7 days a week if you want, but I can guarantee you this, that if you follow the commandments, and this is something I like to tell everybody, and I know a lot of your listeners could care less about what I'm saying right now, but if you follow the instructions laid out by the Creator in the Bible, you'll be not only financially successful, you'll be happy, and you will enjoy your life. And that's the truth. I mean, their financial success is lying. And everything you need to keep from getting your head chopped off down the road is right there in the Bible. So that's really the best how-to book in the world right there. But a lot of people don't read it. So we're coming out doing this stuff, and we're talking about this. And I had to plug that because that's the most important thing to me. I can tell you right now, I just, that's been major and key. I mean, I was in debt so far before I started, reading the scripture and following the instructions of scripture financially. I was so far in debt. I mean, thousands upon thousands of dollars. Now we're not in debt at all because we've decided, look, we're going to go line up exactly what the scriptures say about finances, and we're going to do that. And guess what? Boom, not even a couple of years later, we're completely out of debt, and that's the way to live life, is to enjoy your life, have fun with it. And this is fun to me. This is not work. I mean, people think, oh, you're working hard or whatever. Yeah, I'm working hard, but it's fun to me. I love doing it,
It's better to do something you enjoy than do something you hate.
Exactly. So, anyways, yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. We could sit and talk for hours, I'm sure, about
powerful stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you could give this a thumb up. I hope that you could give this a like. I hope that you could give this a share. I hope that you got some education out of today's episode of Get This Knowledge. John Pounders from Now You See TV, Montes and the Camish from itsmontez.com. And we want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you go back and subscribe to Now You See TV YouTube channel. Make sure if you want to connect to us on Facebook or Twitter or any of these things, it also will be provided in the description below. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have another show this Tuesday, and it will be at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I thank you all so much for tuning in. It's Montez.com. Duh.